On the outskirts of a picturesque village in Tuscany, there was a small vineyard owned by a gentle and humble man named Alessandro. Alessandro had inherited the vineyard from his father, who had inherited it from his father before him. The vineyard was not just a business for Alessandro, it was his life, his passion, and the embodiment of his family's legacy. Every vine and every grape held a special place in his heart. One summer, while Alessandro was busy tending to his beloved vines, a young woman named Isabella arrived in the village. Isabella was an artist from Florence, seeking inspiration for her next series of paintings. The beauty of the Tuscan landscape with its rolling hills and lush vineyards called to her, and she decided to spend the summer in the village, hoping to capture its essence on canvas. Isabella rented a small cottage near Alessandro's vineyard. Each day, she would set up her easel and paint the stunning scenery, always mesmerized by the way the light played over the vines and the way the landscape seemed to change with each passing hour. Her paintings were vibrant and full of life, much like the place that inspired them. One day, while Isabella was painting near the edge of the vineyard, she noticed Alessandro working diligently among the vines. His dedication and love for the vineyard were evident in every move he made. She watched him for a while, captivated by the intensity of his focus and the gentleness of his touch. Curiosity piqued, Isabella approached Alessandro. "Buongiorno." She greeted him with a warm smile. "I'm Isabella, the artist who has been painting near your vineyard. Your work here is truly inspiring." Alessandro looked up, surprised but pleased by her compliment. "Buongiorno, Isabella. I'm Alessandro. It's a pleasure to meet you. The vineyard is my life. Every vine, every grape is like a part of my family." They struck up a conversation, and Alessandro showed Isabella around the vineyard, explaining the intricate process of winemaking and the care that went into nurturing the vines. Isabella was fascinated by his passion and knowledge, and Alessandro was equally intrigued by her artistic vision and the way she saw beauty in the world. As the days turned into weeks, Isabella and Alessandro spent more and more time together. They would walk through the vineyard, sharing stories of their lives and dreams. Alessandro would bring Isabella fresh grapes to taste, and Isabella would show Alessandro her latest paintings, which now featured the vineyard and its surroundings. Their friendship blossomed into something deeper. They found in each other a kindred spirit, someone who understood and appreciated their passions. Alessandro loved how Isabella saw the world through her artist's eyes, and Isabella admired Alessandro's dedication and love for the land. One evening, under the soft glow of the setting sun, Alessandro invited Isabella to a special spot in the vineyard. It was a small, secluded area surrounded by the oldest vines, where his father had proposed to his mother many years ago. Alessandro had set up a small table with a bottle of his finest wine and 2 glasses. As they sat together, sipping the wine and enjoying the serene beauty of the vineyard, Alessandro took Isabella's hand. "Isabella, you have brought so much light and joy into my life. This vineyard has always been my home, but now, with you here, it feels complete. I love you." Isabella's heart swelled with emotion. "Alessandro, I feel the same way. You and this place have become my inspiration, my muse. I love you too." Their love grew stronger with each passing day. They continued to work side by side, Isabella painting the ever-changing beauty of the vineyard, and Alessandro tending to the vines with renewed vigor. The villagers, who had watched their relationship blossom, were delighted for them and often spoke of the love story that had brightened their little corner of Tuscany. As the summer came to an end, Isabella faced a difficult decision. Her life and career were in Florence, but her heart was now in the vineyard with Alessandro. One evening, as they sat together watching the sunset, Isabella voiced her concerns. "Alessandro, I don't want to leave you or this place, but my work in Florence, it's my livelihood. I don't know what to do," she said, tears welling in her eyes. Alessandro gently wiped her tears away. "Isabella, love is about finding a way. You don't have to choose between your passion and our love. We can find a balance. You can paint here, and we can visit Florence together. This vineyard will always be your home as much as it is mine." With Alessandro's support and encouragement, Isabella decided to split her time between the vineyard and Florence. She continued to paint the beauty of Tuscany, and her works gained even more acclaim, infused with the love and inspiration she found in the vineyard. Alessandro and Isabella's love story became a legend in the village, a testament to the power of love and passion. They married in a beautiful ceremony held in the vineyard, surrounded by friends, family, and the lush vines that had brought them together. Years passed, and the vineyard flourished under their care. They expanded the vineyard, producing some of the finest wines in the region, and Isabella's art studio became a popular destination for visitors who wanted to see the magic of Tuscany through her eyes. They often hosted events, combining Alessandro's wine with Isabella's art, creating unforgettable experiences for all who attended. Their love story was not without challenges. The demands of managing a vineyard and pursuing an artistic career were great, but their unwavering support for each other helped them overcome every obstacle. They learned to balance their passions, always making time for each other and their shared dreams. One summer evening, many years after they first met, Alessandro and Isabella stood at the same spot in the vineyard where Alessandro had first professed his love. The vineyard was now more beautiful than ever, a testament to their hard work and dedication. As they watched the sun set over the rolling hills, Isabella turned to Alessandro with a smile. "You were right, Alessandro. Love is about finding a way, and we have found our way together." Alessandro took her hand and kissed it gently. "I always knew we would. This vineyard, this life, it's all because of our love." Their story became a source of inspiration for many. The vineyard and Isabella's art studio thrived, drawing people from all over the world who wanted to experience the magic of their love. They often shared their story with visitors, reminding them that true love and passion could create something truly extraordinary. As they grew older, Alessandro and Isabella continued to work side by side, their love as strong as ever. They knew that their legacy would live on in the vineyard and in Isabella's paintings, a testament to the power of love and the beauty of following one's passion. Their children, who had grown up in the vineyard, surrounded by love and creativity, took over the family business, ensuring that the vineyard would continue to flourish for generations to come. Alessandro and Isabella spent their days enjoying the fruits of their labor, knowing that their love had created something timeless and enduring. And so, the amazing love story of Alessandro and Isabella lived on, a beautiful chapter in the history of the vineyard and a testament to the enduring power of love. Years passed, and the village continued to thrive, with Alessandro and Isabella's vineyard at its heart. The vineyard became not only a symbol of love, but also a center for community gatherings, celebrations, and events. People from around the world visited to taste the exquisite wines and to witness the breathtaking landscapes that had inspired Isabella's renowned paintings. Alessandro and Isabella, now grandparents, spent their days teaching their grandchildren the art of winemaking and painting. Their grandchildren, captivated by their grandparents' stories, learned to appreciate the beauty of the land and the love that had brought their families such joy and prosperity. One autumn day, as the vineyard prepared for the harvest, Alessandro and Isabella decided to host a grand festival to celebrate their love and the vineyard's continued success. Invitations were sent out far and wide, and soon friends, family, and admirers from all over the world began to arrive. The festival was a spectacular event, with long tables set among the vines, adorned with candles and flowers. Guests enjoyed the finest wines from the vineyard, paired with delicious local cuisine. Musicians played lively tunes, and laughter and conversation filled the air. It was a night of celebration, not just of the vineyard's success, but of the love story that had inspired it all. During the festival, Alessandro and Isabella took to the stage to address their guests. Alessandro, his eyes twinkling with joy, spoke first. "Thank you all for being here with us tonight. This vineyard has always been a place of love and hard work, and seeing it thrive brings us so much happiness. But more than that, it is the love and support of our family and friends that has made all of this possible." Isabella, standing beside him, continued, "When I first came to this village, I was seeking inspiration. I found more than I ever could have imagined. Alessandro's love and this beautiful vineyard have been the greatest gifts of my life. We hope that our story inspires you all to follow your passions and to cherish the love in your lives." The crowd erupted in applause, moved by their heartfelt words. As the music began again, Alessandro and Isabella led everyone in a dance under the stars, their love story shining as brightly as ever. As the night wore on, Alessandro and Isabella stole away to a quiet corner of the vineyard. They sat together hand in hand, watching the festivities from afar. The vineyard, bathed in moonlight, looked more magical than ever. "Do you remember our first evening here?" Alessandro asked, his voice filled with nostalgia. "The sunset, the wine, the promise of love?" Isabella smiled, leaning her head on his shoulder. "How could I forget? That was the moment everything changed. And look at what we've built together." They sat in silence for a while, savoring the beauty of the moment and the love that had carried them through the years. They knew that their story, while unique, was also a universal testament to the power of love, dedication, and following one's dreams. In the years that followed, Alessandro and Isabella's vineyard continued to flourish, becoming a renowned destination for wine lovers and art enthusiasts alike. Their grandchildren, having inherited their grandparents' passion, took over the vineyard and art studio, ensuring that the legacy of love and creativity would live on. Alessandro and Isabella spent their twilight years in contentment, surrounded by their family and the land they had nurtured. They knew that their love had created something beautiful and lasting, something that would continue to inspire future generations. One crisp autumn morning, as the first light of dawn touched the vineyard, Isabella woke to find Alessandro sitting on the porch, gazing out at the vines. She joined him, wrapping a blanket around them both. "It's a beautiful morning," she said softly. "Yes, it is," Alessandro replied, his voice filled with a serene peace. "I was just thinking about our journey, about how far we've come." Isabella nodded, her eyes shining with love. "We've had an incredible life, Alessandro, and it's not over yet." They sat together, watching the sun rise over the vineyard, its golden rays illuminating the land that had given them so much. They knew that their love story, like the vineyard itself, would continue to grow and flourish, a timeless testament to the power of love, passion, and dedication. As the days turned into seasons and the seasons into years, Alessandro and Isabella remained inseparable, their love growing deeper with each passing day. They continued to walk through the vineyard, sharing stories and dreams, their hearts forever intertwined. Eventually, when their time came, they left this world together, holding hands and surrounded by their loved ones. Their legacy lived on in the vineyard, in Isabella's paintings, and in the hearts of all who had been touched by their incredible love story. The village remembered them fondly, telling their story to every new visitor who came to see the vineyard and the art studio. The love of Alessandro and Isabella became a legend, a beautiful chapter in the history of Tuscany, inspiring all who heard it. And so, the amazing love story of Alessandro and Isabella continued, not just in the memories of those who knew them, but in the very fabric of the vineyard and the art that celebrated the beauty of life and love. Their story was a reminder that true love, like a fine wine, only gets better with time.